I want any chance to get done now. Stupid. What the hell's going on? That was dumb. Need bombs or something. Hmm. Don't think I could do that yet. Look around the area and see if there are any bombs. Well, there is. Right there. Can't do anything with them. Hmm. I would have thought you could pick it up. Well, I can't do that yet. All right, find the next thing. And the bombs regenerated? That's weird. Can you pick them up? Am I just not doing it? What the hell? Oh well, I'm moving on. Hey, what's up, Max? Yep, making some progress. I just stumbled upon like one of those temples that I can't do anything in yet. I guess I have to unlock picking up bombs or something. I don't know. I could see the bomb there sitting, and I couldn't figure out how to pick them up. Blowing it up didn't like remove the blockage from that temple, so I'm moving on. Like, no, I'm not gonna sit around and try and figure this out on stream. My biggest problem is figuring out what to do next because it's always like that. Do I go for another viewpoint, or do I start trying to take on some of the like undiscovered locations? Yeah, once you have Yusuke, you can use the bombs and castles. Okay, or easier as a tank. I gotcha. That's weird to lock that off to a character. I would not have expected my horse to make that trek. It takes some guts to try to make a horse go through that, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm kind of ready for the Yusuke part to take over. Like I don't know that I'd say that her story's like boring, but the like avenge your father's death, blah 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 blah. Like I don't know, it's a little boring. It's unique for an AC game, unlike Syndicate. The characters are very different. Yeah, I like that idea of giving you two distinct missions. That's definitely gonna increase some replay value. It'd probably be, in my eyes, it'd be a little bit cooler if you could like go out of the Animus and like specifically choose to be like, I'm gonna do their story. It's just like The Witcher 3. Like I could not stand when I was playing The Witcher 3 that I just wanted to play the game as Geralt. I didn't want to keep switching over to Ciri that was like some cheap imitation version of Geralt. Oh yeah, you wouldn't even play the game for this. I'm with you on that. Yeah, all I know is it was like watching Ghost of Tsushima, the intro to that all over again. I literally stopped and was like, wasn't this exactly what happened in Ghost of Tsushima? Like you have this showdown with like a general and a bunch of guys staring at you, and he kills like somebody important to you right in front of you. I mean, it's not bad. That doesn't make it bad, but it's just like, okay. Like this Japanese... I mean, maybe that's just what happened back in Japan back then, you know? Maybe that's why history shows that that's something that we always put in games. Yeah, you like the story in Ghost better?
This is too big.
Yeah, it's a little bit more focused, that's for sure. Do the two characters' stories like intertwine for like more like than just saying that like you can choose between the two of them? I'm gonna guess the two stories come together at some point. In AC games, there's so many missions. I forget what the main quest is. Definitely. Well, that's kind of like The Witcher. Like going right back to that, like all the side quests in The Witcher 3 were fantastic. Like none of it seemed like, I'm sure there were like fetch quests if I went back and thought about it, but like everything you did in The Witcher felt like it wasn't just some bullcrap mission of like, hey, go help somebody get 20 apples out of a tree. That's probably the one reason why I quit playing like World of Warcraft and MMOs. It's like it was all just fetch quests and bullshit. Yeah, a lot of these games have similar stories because they're somewhat trying to emulate. Right. Yeah, popular films and, actual real... Well, this, is going for real life. At least going for it, taking some liberty. I can't even imagine walking around in a freaking world that looked like this. Like, I can imagine, like, old school U.S. cities and things like that, but this literally seems like a different world. Oh, sorry, kid. I'm just following the line. Ooh. Guys need to fall down more. I ran into somebody earlier, and it was just like, come on, that would have been way more than just like a oof. All right, we're here. Do I gotta be quiet? Yeah, the two characters start working together, and you can switch on the fly, and they'll have unique quests. Okay, nice. So I'll have to remember that when I'm trying to look for crap to do, just to switch between them. They'll have some quest where you play as both. Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, I kind of wondered.
Ah, a familiar face. Ah, a pleasure to see you again, my child.
Good to see you, Master Rikyu.
Bowing your head shows laziness of heart,
I
inviting
hope I did
all
that right.
manner of demons. But still, I'm glad you came.
I owe you a proper introduction. My name is Naoe. What brings you to Kyoto?
I am advising a friend who is building a tea house. It has turned out to be a larger undertaking than first assumed. But the potential for wabi in this space is
It's just a
particularly enticing to
$200
me.
game, so you
Wabi?
almost forget that you played
The
as you ski in the
poverty
beginning.
of the
Okay.
space?
Yes, humility,
I
simplicity,
almost did. I
almost
was streaming and I was
unfinished.
like, wait a
You
minute.
see,
I
Like, I
do see
remember
a
the guy
very
being
humble
bigger
and
at some
simple
point.
space before me.
Then I thought, like, does
well,
she get older?
perhaps a touch too unfinished, at any rate.
Your knowledge of tea surely extends to tea houses.
Now tell me, did Sokyu
I do
enjoy
like the
that fine
idea
culture you
of
had?
your gear
He
being
tried to hide his
customizable, so you can
pleasure, but his
equip
eyes gleamed
like
almost
the
as
most
brightly
powerful
as the
armor, but you can
gold
go back
Did
to
they?
You were
make it
very
not
kind
look
to
like
help me,
you're wearing
Master
a whole
Rikyu.
bunch of random
Then I have a
shit.
favor to ask in return. A tea house is not complete
I always
without
hated
tea
that in
bowls.
games
Would
where
you
you
find
would
me
like
some on
change
the
your
I
gear, so
found
to
this
speak, in a
teapot.
menu,
It is
and it
simple,
never
but clearly
reflected it
has an
on your
identity.
character. It was like, man,
You
in
see?
Final Fantasy 3,
If I didn't
when you
know any
changed
better, I
weapons,
would have thought
you
this
know, like
came
it was
straight from the
reflected on your
collection of my
character.
teacher,
Like we should be
Takenojoro.
able to do better
I'm
than
glad
this
you like
in
it.
whatever year it was. Yeah, I was like, yeah, do I remember decapitating?
The other day, I came across a beautiful bowl, prepared in the King
Why
City
didn't? Oh,
fashion.
I know,
YouTube
Kinsey.
neutered that one.
My
They wouldn't let me
father's
read the rest of
tsubue
that.
was repaired this way.
So you
For
know
whatever
the
reason,
damage is
that
not treated as
got
something to
removed.
conceal,
I didn't do that.
but rather as
They
part of
must
an
not have
object's
liked the word
story.
The
decapitated.
imperfection makes it even more beautiful. It has a past.
And becomes
Yeah, all the gear
the
looks
more
awesome.
profound. Have you anything more for me to look at?
Not at the moment.
Come back when you have found anything.
I don't know if you've
that
ever
intrigues
played
me.
like the
It is
UFC
simple
games,
and refined.
but now
That is
you
what
can
I
unlock
seek.
like fight gear, and some of it looks like crazy, like animated T-shirts and shit. It's like ridiculous, but it does look cool as hell, admittedly. Wait, that was a mission? Oh no, I do have stuff to do. T-Bolt. Also, like the lyrical music in this is good. Reminds you of Kill Bill a bit. Right on. Yeah, they definitely know how to nail an atmosphere. Like nobody could ever say that Ubisoft fucking takes the easy way out on that. Alright, we'll take the horse. Seems like the horse will get us there quicker. I do only have about an hour today. So hopefully we'll get a couple missions in. You know, I have noticed that like it's been building up to something like that. Maybe I'm just crazy, but I have noticed that it does seem like there has been like techno-y, hip-hoppy vibes getting like slowly thrown in there. Maybe I'm crazy, but now that you say that, that brings up that like yeah, I have been noticing something. I thought that might have been almost like the Animus cutscenes or whatever, kind of working its way in. But no, Samurai Champloo, that makes perfect sense. I do like when you do some of the moves, how it goes to like black and white. Like I did a special move and it did like this kill shot on the guy. Like everything went in like the like old school, like classic. The only way I know how to describe it is that like classic Japanese art. Yeah, they don't rap or anything. But especially during main boss fights, have modern. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That like I was fighting the boss and I was like, wait a minute, things just jumped up to 11 here for that. But honestly, I haven't had too many boss fights. I've been rolling up and assassinating people pretty easily. The last mission I did on the last stream, like it looked like I was gonna have to fight the guy, but like it went into the assassination mission or animation. I was like, oh, okay, I guess we're not gonna fight this dude.
Ignoring that.
Let me know if you require anything.
Hey, Mark. Yeah, whatever the controversy, think if people give it a chance. Oh, yeah, if you don't look at it as like, they ruined my Assassin's Creed. Oh, my God. If you don't look at it like that, there's actually nothing to even complain about. It's a fantastic game. I'll be honest, I was kind of burned out on Assassin's Creed. Like, I played Black Flag, and I played a little bit of Valhalla, and I liked it, but it was just kind of like I had seen everything I had came to see with Assassin's Creed. And so I was okay with it all. Yeah, I feel like this evolution's perfect.
This T-ball.
When I was watching you play, it was giving me like complete Tenchu vibes. The whole time I was watching you play, I was like, man, this makes me want to go back and play Tenchu. Which might be what I do. I might end up doing like a retro achievements stream. Yep, kind of. Boom, open world Tenchu. Yep. That's exactly what I thought when I was watching you play. I was like, man. So I'm probably going to go back and do that, because I've got like every freaking PlayStation 1 game ever made. There's like a cutscene in like Tenchu 1 where this like guy's chasing this woman around. He's like, come on, come on. And I laugh at that shit, like, just randomly I'll think about that. It just looks so goofy. Like he's chasing, like, a geisha around or something like that. It's like, I think, like, the first or second mission of Tenchu. They did that game so good, though. For that era, that was 10 out of 10. Right, I'm with you. I wish to God we could get a full-fledged Tenchu game, you know, just like straight up mission structure and everything, you know, like you're just dropped into like, here's mission 1. Boom, kill this person. And you're in just like a tiny little area. I guess Hitman is the closest thing we have to that right now. I don't really like Hitman. Yeah, the first or second mission. I love how Batman grappling hook worked in Tenchu. That's exactly it. They had all that cool shit that you've just been wanting to do in a ninja game forever, and it was all of a sudden like, it's all here. Could give like guys like poison sushi and stuff. I was like, okay, I'm on board with this. Wait, oh, I am following a road. So I was like, wait a minute, is there even a path that I'm following? That'd be awesome if we could get a Batman Year 1 mod for this game. Somebody needs to get on that. That'd be so sick if you could literally be like a ninja or a Batman inspired ninja in this. That'd be a good game. We'll have to get into Hitman games when their PS3 started to like them, and then the reboot. Yeah, the reboot sucked. Gonna watch this one. You do what you gotta do, Mark. I appreciate you just stopping in, brother. It's all good. And once again, this is only gonna be an hour, probably today, so I'm just trying to stay in the algorithm the big thing. So I appreciate everybody that's came in. You Max are awesome. Oh, you're not even... Yeah, oh, man, I didn't know that. I gotta admit, though, it looks like they're gonna get it right with the new 007. I'm gonna wait. Like, I'm never gonna buy a game on release day ever again. I mean, I don't know. Maybe as a streamer you have to. I mean, I take that back. Like, there might be something that I want to really hit the algorithm hard with or whatever. But, I don't know. I try to stay away from the game everybody's playing, although that seems to be not a good idea. It just seems that, like, if 20 million people are playing Call of Duty, who the fuck's going to want to watch me play Call of Duty? That's always been my thing. Yeah, I'm definitely going to give that game a chance. Yeah, I haven't liked the Bond movies in a long time, honestly. I mean, Pierce Brosnan even kind of had it die out on him. I feel like GoldenEye was peak fucking James Bond, modern James Bond. And it's just never been able to match that. I've never really been a huge James Bond fan. I'm not even going to lie. Yeah, I mean, that's my whole thing is, like, if somebody's going to watch video games, I don't look at it as they want to watch me, but I guess that's what I should start doing is because anybody could watch Assassin's Creed right now, but I guess y'all wanting to come hang out, chat with me is the most important thing, especially when you've already played the game before. That's kind of humbling, to be honest, when somebody's already played the game and they still come watch you play. But either way,
You will return.
I try to always play games that I like more than anything else.
Unusual rim.
And I've learned that that's not modern mainstream sensibilities. And yeah, you're never going to get people that just want to watch Call of Duty come watch you play Star Ocean or Ratatatia Stories or some obscure ass RPG that I'm going to be wanting to play. You know, like that's just never going to attract an audience. Nobody's interested in that fucking game they've never heard of. Yeah, no, you've never been yeah, just the games. That's literally been it for me is the games have always been what's drawn me in. But I do like the fact that it does seem like you're going to have like a home base and a lot more RPG kind of elements. I think every game now, like every genre, every game series has adopted some kind of RPG elements now. What I think I'm most scared of in that kind of situation is that like all your dialogue is just always going to be generic bullshit to be like, oh, look at this guy likes to eat sushi or fucking whatever his quirk is going to be. And you know, you don't really have dialogue choices anymore. I think that's what modern day RPGs have really lost is they give you dialogue trees and like, oh, look, you can talk to 500 people in this fucking big ass city. Hey, Dad, how you doing? But like, yeah, I could talk to all these people. Do they have anything interesting to say? Is there any choices that affect the story? And if the answer is always no, then why the fuck do I even want to talk to these people? You know, that's what I'm worried about with that game. And Fallout is a great example of it. Modern Fallout is like the biggest example of like all this shit that goes on. You spend all this time talking, and none of it matters. None of it affects the story. None of it affects how you solve objectives. It's like modern day game development says, if you sit there and talk your way out of a situation, you don't get to shoot anybody, and that isn't any fun if you didn't get to shoot anybody. It will change once it gets old, and they will innovate, like how they get rid of filtering games. Yeah, let's hope. Let's hope. Oh, the TV show? Oh, yeah, I haven't even seen the TV show, honestly. I've heard it's good, but what I really like to do is have a TV show that I can watch all the way through. Like Twin Peaks, The Return was agonizing for me. Like watching an episode and then having to go a whole week to catch the next episode, like it was agony. I couldn't do it. So it's like I almost have to wait for a series to finish for me to be able to get into it. It's like super weird. What did I miss? I think that's more AAA game development. Just got to lower budget games and more depth for less mass market. Still need to watch the last episode that airs, but the Fallout series has been surprisingly good. Right on. And that's on Prime, right? Hey, and that even has Dale Cooper in it, I heard, didn't it? Doesn't it? If I'm not mistaken, Kyle MacLachlan's in that. Special Agent Dale Cooper. This wasn't a great streaming mission, was it? I guess I got to babble without a cutscene or anything. Oh, he's the main character? No way. Then I probably will like it. I'm going to be honest. I'm probably going to like it. I just hate what Bethesda's kind of done to it. Like that they have stuck to a lot from the game while kind of going in the same but different. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're going to adapt a series or a franchise or an IP or whatever the hell you want to call it, you've got to stick to it. You go with it. You don't go in there and try and make the very first Super Mario Brothers movie. Like, I don't understand why you go through this process of buying an IP only to not use 75% of the source material from the IP. Like, okay, great. We've bought the idea to make a movie with two people named Mario, Luigi, and Bowser. Go out there and get Dennis Hopper and John Leguizamo. Like, wait a minute, what? What were they even thinking? At any point, how did any of that make sense? I'm not gonna lie. I think the way the Goombas in that shit looks is fucking hilarious. Even to this day. I wouldn't say it's good, but it's fucking funny. Oh, there's several main characters. It will never be Interplay Fallout, but it's cool the show takes place. Oh, no crap! Whoa, wait a minute. I did not know it was in California. Oh, man. Damn it. Well, I'm glad I have Prime. I might just watch that before. Well, is this season over at least all the way out? I love seeing things from the games and the series, kind of knowing some of the references. Yep, that's the coolest thing in the world. And you can be like, I know what they're going with there.
To your T-balls or in my life? For both. Almost never.
To see boxes, how it looks in the game, the power-ups, etc. Yep. We've seen stim packs and the Fat Boy or Fat Man.
It's that easy, is it?
Season 1 is over. Season 2 still. Okay, gotcha.
Is often already with us, as is our way through life. Anything else for me, Naue?
I have not found any more yet.
I am sure you will find wonderful examples for me.
Why did this marker lead me back here? Oops. Nice. They're exactly like in the game. Bottle caps. How do people walking around with a bunch of bottle caps? How does that work? And are there like commercials? Do you get like Vault Boy commercials that pop up or whatever? I know there's got to have him everywhere. Oh, and the show is canon. Okay. It's got Dale Cooper in it, so I know I'm going to end up watching it. Although I can't say that the track record without David Lynch is good for him. I'm not gonna go ahead and say that I've liked everything he's done without David Lynch. Yeah, if you guys say it's good, then that means it's got to be worth my time. All right, Kyle MacLachlan's the protagonist dead. Okay, gotcha. I worked with a guy named Dale, and I was like, I would just mess with the guy. Like, he was the most miserable, sad fucking slug. Like, I hate to say this, but I'm not lying to you. He's already been fired, so he's not a coworker anymore. But I worked with this guy named Dale, right? And he was just this fucking slug, dude. He would come in every day looking like, you know, for lack of a better term, like his dog died. Like, every fucking day. It was just like, oh my God, I had to wake up and come into fucking work today and just head down as he waddled his ass into his office like a little penguin every morning. Well, I eventually, after about 2 weeks, was just like, man, this guy needs a friend or something. So, like, every morning he'd walk past me and I'd be like, good morning, Dale! You know, like, super loud with a big old smile on my face. You know, just completely like, come on, man, let's get going, Dale. And he, well, one day, like, I don't even know what got into me. Like, he come in and I was like, hey, Dale, what's up, man? I was like, you need to be the hype man for my band. And he's all like, what? And I was like, yeah, man, you could be in my rap group and you could be the hype man. And we would just call you DJ Dilly Daly. And he just looked at me all fucking confused, like he had no idea what I was fucking talking about. Well, like, I just thought it was hilarious that, like, the guy with no charisma and, like, completely miserable being a hype man on stage would just be fucking hilarious. And then, come on, Dilly Daly, DJ Dilly Daly, perfect name. Especially for a guy that just dilly dallies around. Oh, Jesus Christ. No, I would never go there because that's sad. Like, if he actually had a dog, that would be sad. I would legitimately be like, oh man, but like, I just tried. I tried to be a good person that was like, this dude needs somebody, you know, somebody to just be like, hey bro, it's okay, dude. You're going to sell a van today. It's going to be good. He just needed that. And, like, completely unreceptive. It was just like he hated the store. He hated everybody there. He hated having to talk to people. Shoot, ChatGPT could have done his job and probably done it better. He's fired. I mean, he got fucking walked out of the building. They literally had him box up his shit just randomly, like, boom, you're gone, bro. Well, that's just exactly it, Doug. A lot of people literally think that, like, okay, I'm going to get the attention that I'm looking for one way or another, you know? Whether it's having charisma and, you know, putting out some effort to have a good day, or just having people want to come like, oh, what's wrong? You all right today? And that would always be his thing, you know. He'd never get an answer. You'd just get like a, he would just like shrug his shoulders and waddle away. It's like, damn, dude, I tried. You could tell, and I'm miserable. And then it was like, don't you want me to make you an outline of how your life is miserable? Well, I mean, you know, he would come in and talk about, you know, his wife and kids. He doesn't get to eat dinner with them or whatever. Like, they don't cook him meals or whatever. And I'm like, well, dude, that's kind of fucked up. But then I realized, like, he was diabetic and, like, he couldn't just eat what the rest of the family could eat. So, of course, his wife had to cook fucking different shit for the kids and her. Like it's just like you'd hear his stories and he'd tell it to you in this like soppy, sad, like, oh, feel sorry for me, everybody. But it's just like, no, dude, you shouldn't be walking in here with fucking a super big gulp in the morning and then coming in with another one at lunch when you're a fucking diabetic. Like, I'm not a doctor and I don't have diabetes, but I know for fucking sure that you should never have a fucking super big gulp if you're a diabetic. Like, just bad news. That's all I know is that's not good. All right, that's exactly it. I try to be the opposite. Like, I know that if I'm miserable at work, it's going to be worse. So I try to have fun, and I try to make it fun for everybody else. I mean, you can see me on here. I'm like, I'm like 100 times worse, you know, at work because I never shut up. It's probably why I'm good at doing this. That's what I'm saying. Like, the big gulps are probably what made him become, and I'm talking super big gulps. Super big gulp. Speaking of big gulps, have you ever seen Dumb and Dumber? You remember that scene where Jim Carrey comes out and there's like the two gangster-looking dudes standing out in front of and he's like, "Oh, wow, big gulps, huh? All right." And they just kind of stare at him like, "Well, see you later." I'll do that to people all the time. They just like walk up and they'll be sitting there talking and just go, "Big gulps, huh?" They look at me like I have no idea what I'm talking about. Yeah, my goal isn't trying to make everyone else unhappy. Right. Being around miserable people is the worst, man. Absolute worst. Foam cowboy. Hey, guys.
I have items.
Oh, big gulps, huh? All right. Well, see you later. That shit's fucking hilarious. I got robbed by a little old lady on a motorized scooter. I see those all day long. I pretty much do get robbed by little old ladies on scooters.
Please visit again.
They'll come in and they'll be like, "I don't have any money, sweetheart. I can't get my wheelchair van fixed." And then you're like, "Oh, man, I'll get that for you. We'll do that. We'll do you a solid, right?" And then you drop it off at their house, and they're in like Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. I don't know if you know where that is, but it's fucking ridiculously rich houses. And she's like, "I don't have any money. I'm on Social Security." And it's like, your house is worth $4 million. What are you talking about? "I don't have the money to get my van fixed. Yeah, you guys think you could do me a deal?" Makes me sad that comedies, newer generations don't even. Oh my God, yeah, comedy in 2025 and 2026 is just ridiculous. Yeah, you always seem to be in a good spirit, Deb. I have to agree. In nobody's chat have I ever seen you down and trying to get anybody like, meh. I think a lot of people think that, like, being sad and just hoping for the best of, like, "Well, I'm sad," is just going to get them out of it somehow. Instead of saying, like, "I have to change something." You know, almost everybody is in, I mean, like, there are obviously special circumstances, but almost everybody who's an adult my age, I mean, look at that. That was beautiful. Anybody that's my age has pretty much put themselves where they are. So if you're literally sitting around being unhappy as a 42-year-old, you fucking did it to yourself and you need to break the chain. You can't just sit there and expect that, like, life's going to get better for you and you're doing the same shit. Right. Yeah, no shit. I mean, I'm guilty of posting, like, frustrating things as, like, posts on here. And then, like, I'll fucking delete it an hour later. Like, God, I sound like a fucking idiot. But that's just, I don't know, that's just venting. Sometimes you feel like you need somebody other than your coworkers or your wife to vent. And I feel bad about it, honestly. I've said some really stupid shit where it's like, God, dude, just fucking get over this.
Don't make me angry.
But yeah, having that as my identity, ugh. It's like people are gonna immediately pick up on like, okay, this is the third time I've talked to Steve and he's miserable again, and they're gonna eventually stop wanting to come around. I know a few people are stuck in that rut where it's just like nobody comes around anymore, nobody sees me. It's like, well, I could tell you exactly why, but then you'd wish that I never came back around again. That's another hard thing, is trying to tell some people, like, look, I know nobody's wanted to tell you this, but XYZ, bro, like, that's your problem. Don't judge the dashboard conditional post. It happens, man. Sometimes it's just like, ugh. I wish I had more good ones. That's what I'm hoping for in 2026. More positive, good things to happen. That's my outlook, is I'm really hoping good things happen. No, some viewers are still waterboarding miserable stuff like it's their identity. And I'm like, dude, listen to yourself, right? Yep. It's like, yeah, here's my thing. Like, I definitely was guilty last year a few times of bitching about YouTube things. But, like, that should be, like, a huge wake-up call to you. Like, if your problems in life, quote-unquote problems, are that, like, oh, my YouTube channel is doing this or not doing that. Like, if you step back and look at that, like, you've got a pretty good life if you're on YouTube fucking worried about that shit. So, like, that's something positive that you can take out of a negative, maybe. Always try to be good, but I must admit, odd ones get me into. Yeah. Butterbite. I think he's tried to get under everybody's skin. I haven't seen good old BB in a while. We have the gift of proofreading our comments before we can send them, unlike real life. Oh yeah, no joke. I just last week said something that was like, oh my God, yeah, that came out wrong. Now that I'm sitting here thinking about how I said that, that was horrible. Yeah, I gave up there. Yeah, Butterfight. Just like, I think he's just trying to rile everybody up. I wasn't convinced that it wasn't Matt. Yeah, I have to stream hop sometimes because people get to me. Oh, yeah, there was like the one guy that was coming back at me, like basically almost like wanting to, I forget who it was, but they were almost like trying to argue with me about what I was saying about the new Steam machines or whatever those things are going to be. And I'm like, here's my thing. I don't want a completely locked down box that's just like some video game console disguised as, or a PC disguised as a game console or whatever. Like, if that's what you want to buy, that's totally fine. But I'm going to tell you right now that like for $500 to $1,000, I'm just going to spend the extra $300 or $500 and get like an awesome PC instead of a Steam machine that's going to be locked down. And that's another thing about the Steam machine that kind of makes me laugh, is you've got all these PC people now basically wanting to go out there and buy a Mac, that runs Windows, because that's what a Steam machine is. A Steam machine is basically a Mac that is, a pre-built computer that is what you get when you get it. And I don't know, maybe that is the future of PCs, but I don't know. I'll take my $2,000 gaming. I'll put a little bit more money in my PC and have like a real PC. Yeah, I don't, and that's what I don't even know about the OS and everything like that. Like, there ain't nothing about like Steam Big Picture mode or any of that stuff that makes me want to have that like owning the device. I don't know. I guess you can put Windows on it, but then what the fuck would you want to buy a Steam machine for? Like that's like his argument was like, oh, well, you could install Windows on it, and I was like, well, if I'm going to install Windows on it, I just want a regular PC. Like, I can build a PC. I've done it 6 times now, and I have not had a single problem with any of my builds. Like, I take it back. I did have RAM die on me or something like that once. I bought RAM, but that wasn't a build error or anything. That was just out of 6 computers, I finally bought bad RAM sticks or whatever. So, like, why would I want to pay Valve to lock down my computer? Like, it didn't make sense to me. And I get it. They are trying to get new users, like you say, trying to bring people in that don't do that. But, I mean, honestly, you're probably going to be able to buy a better machine than what they're offering. Yeah, that's another whole thing. I'm definitely not going to want to do a dual boot and partition my hard drive so that I could load into Windows or load into Steam, because I'll bet you all the hardware updates are going to require that you actually do that. Like, Windows isn't going to be able to update and control that device like Steam OS is going to be able to. And I will almost guarantee you that to get like all the proper updates for that thing, you are going to have to load into that. Oh man, I would build you a PC for sure, dude. I mean, mine was probably about $3,000 in total, but that's just because I got the graphics card. Like, graphics cards are fucking stupid expensive now. Shoot, I'd love to do that. That'd be an awesome live stream. Because it takes about, nowadays it probably does take me about 5 hours. And that's just because I'm slow and, yeah, I make sure I do it right. Oh, it's just not your gaming preference, right on. I kind of do like being on my PC when I can. Because, like, my biggest problem with PlayStation right now, and I'm actually going to do a video about this eventually. I just got to get enough content of me streaming to actually do it. But I can't stand how the streaming on PS5 has the stupid fucking chat bubbles that you can't, like, call back up. It just drives me freaking crazy that the chat disappears and you can't at least call it back up and be like, hey, what was that? Because I do literally have to sit here with my phone next to me or I miss everything. That's kind of why I like streaming from a PC, though. Yeah, I get that. It is crazy to have everything kind of like intermingling. Like, I do 3D modeling for 3D printing, and it does get kind of annoying to have stuff I'm working on and getting in between all the stuff I'm trying to game or whatever. It does only come up briefly on PS5 chats, and they should improve. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I really, really think that PS5's been out long enough, and people have been streaming on it enough to where we know it's a problem. Why was this a design choice that they made? PS4 was fine. There was absolutely nothing wrong with the way it worked on PS4. And I mean, I get it. I get my game full screen. But at least let me recall the chat. You know, that's I think the easy fix to this is let me double tap the PS button and have the chat pop back up. You know, how is that hard? I feel like that's a super easy thing they could implement. Yeah, they need to change it where there should be no options to have options to not display on screen, like the camera. Yeah, I mean, what the hell's the point of streaming? I mean, I get it. There are people that just stream and they don't give a shit about the chat. I mean, I'll give you that I understand. Yeah, and that's another huge thing, Max. There's no customization to the layout, like at all. There's nothing. Not even a freaking like overlay, that puts like your channel icon in the corner. Like there should at least be like a channel watermark fucking feature or something like that. Like that's bare minimum type stuff we're talking here. And they can't even do that. I remember when PS4 first enabled the like capturing and streaming features. That was like a huge focus of like, let's make this better, let's make it good. And then PS5 comes and they're like, yeah, let's just forget about all of that, make it worse. It's almost like they turned into Nintendo and they're like, no, we don't want people streaming and doing this from our devices. I gotta say, Nintendo's lost their aura because I spent a whole Christmas season around like Nintendo-aged kids, and none of them care about the Switch 2. None of them would even want to even look at the damn thing like it was anything special. Donkey Kong Bonanza, complete fail. Even kids are like, this is stupid. Well, I create a dedicated button for a feature that's barely a boom. There's the comment of the day. Max, 10 out of 10. Perfect comment. Right, give me my select button back if the capture button is going to be a fucking waste. I mean, I guess it does work. I am streaming from the PS5 right now. So in 2026, on a PlayStation 5, second generation console for streaming, we still have nothing. It's actually worse. In fact, no added features, and it's actually worse. I mean, I do have a capture card, but the problem with my capture card is it can only... now that I think about it, this is only streaming in 1080p, isn't it? Yeah, they got Mario Kart and quit playing after a few months. Yeah, I absolutely freaking hate the tracks. Like the racing and like throwing turtle shells and items and all of that is actually pretty good, but I absolutely hate the open world feeling track layout. It's horrible. It doesn't feel like you're even on a racetrack. I could not stand playing that game. Hope they don't stop making traditional games because a lot of younger gamers are growing up. Yeah, I mean, true. I mean, I'm a Nintendo kid. I literally play video games because of Nintendo. I mean, like, that's just a fact, period. Like, I would not play video games in 2025 2026 if it wasn't for Nintendo. I mean, I remember seeing a kid he lived like kitty corner around, and we went over there for like a party. Like there was like a citywide party or whatever, and everybody was just out and about mingling. And I went over to this kid's house. I was probably like 3 years old. I was tiny little kid. We didn't even have a Nintendo at that point, and he did have a Nintendo. And I just remember being able to like push a button and like something on the screen moving and like playing Mario and Duck Hunt over at this kid's house. And it was just like, I was absolutely fucking hooked on video games at that point. Yeah, my dad had an Atari and we got to play on it, but it was never like permanently hooked up because it had like super janky connections on the TV. You had to have the TV that like when you turn the channel, it would be like, it would make this huge bursting noise like every time you turned the channel. So it was just like, the TV that would play the Atari was just never in a good spot at our house. And plus it was my dad's Atari, and he thought it was like a fucking collector. He probably still has it, to be completely honest. You know what? I guarantee you my dad still has like his 2600 or whatever in all the games. Your first console was the original NES with Mario. That same Mario and Duck Hunt. Did you my godparents' kids had the track and field mat and all that. I mean, that thing right now is worth billions of dollars. And I remember them having that.
All who enter do so as equals. All must bow to pass through.
Yep. My parents would be getting hammered in the kitchen. And it would be like the Nintendo was the babysitter. Absolutely. It's the good old days, getting raised by a television and a Nintendo Entertainment System.
Will be ready for guests.
Well, I guess we're up to an hour. We'll finish this mission and call it a day. Thanks for hanging out, Dev and Matt, or Max. Why do I always call you Matt? Probably because there's Matt and Max always. We had the power pad and we couldn't use it. My dad would yell, no shit, though. I mean, now that I'm a dad, I'm sitting here thinking, oh my God, what if my kid had one of those damn things? And you know what, though? The Wii is kind of similar to that, though. Because, I mean, they're always upstairs, like, stop. Oh, man, I went back to this guy again? Well, I guess this is going to be a little longer. We got ways to go. It seems like there's either 2 T-bowls over here in this area. Or they're not going to give me the location to the last one until I find that. I thought I was going to that... the right marker, but I guess not. Stampede! Kids must be playing World Trek. Oh yeah. And I remember my godparents, they didn't really care. They didn't mind at all. They're just like, oh, that's just them playing Nintendo. But Duck Hunt was amazing. Now that Deb brought up Duck Hunt. I remember wanting to shoot that damn dog so bad. That's literally the only dog I've ever wanted to see shot. And now you can kick his ass in Smash Brothers. I guess that's a consolation prize. I don't know about you guys, but I think Smash Brothers is dead. I don't think I'll ever spend $70 on another Smash Brothers game. Right. I would definitely do that. I also heard that if you had another copy of the game, that you could shoot the duck on the sticker of the game. I haven't tried it, but somebody recently told me. Right, that blaster. I was always jealous because I had just the gray and the dark gray one. My friend had the orange looking one. Never got into to me it's like Nintendo Museum. I just have to because it's a celebration of Nintendo. I love fighting games. Smash, isn't it? Yeah, Smash Brothers is just, it's played out, in my opinion. There's nothing that they could do with that that's going to make me want to play another one. The combat, I guess if they made the combat less for babies, I think that's my biggest gripe. It's like, sure, it's a little bit deep. You know, it's definitely not like it was in the first generation of Smash Brothers. But now it's just like they figured, okay, instead of making the combat deeper, let's just throw a bunch more generic fucking characters in here, and nobody will even be worried about it being, you know, like baby combat anymore, because they're going to have their favorite character they could play as. Yeah, I mean, it's really cool to see like all the like nods and trophies and things that they can throw in there. But yeah, as for the what you're doing from moment to moment in the game, not really into it anymore. And it's not even to say that it's bad, it's just I've done it so much. Kind of like Pokemon. I mean, for me, like, they'll have to really say that Pokemon is going to be completely reimagined for me to spend $70 on that again. It's just like the whole idea of starting out as like a novice trainer with nothing again, it just does not sound appealing. The wind physics in this are so nice. Yeah, no crap. Especially with the hair not being that shitty flat polygonal hair. Yeah, I think Game Freak is tapped out. And I know this is probably an unpopular opinion. I've had a lot of people tell me, like, no, that's not the problem. But I think they need to condense it back down. They need to take the best. Well, I'll compromise. They need to take the best 200 to 300 Pokemon, condense it all down to that, and then make them all completely unique with movesets and like the whole 9 yards, and really make it to where building a team is important again, because it's just out of control with there being 1,000 fucking Pokemon now. And then like you've got the garbage bag Pokemon, the ice cream cone Pokemon. Like, let's get back to shit that makes sense again. I don't know. I even think like the floating gears Pokemon is just stupid. Like if you're going that low for like ideas for like what could a new Pokemon be, like you've already jumped the shark 10 different times. When you're talking about let's add an ice cream cone Pokemon. Ooh, that would be sick. Unreal Engine with Fire Emblem now. Damn.
I'll seize the moment.
I'd be all about that. Fire Emblem's the reason why I even bought a Nintendo Switch 2. My Switch 1 died, and I had to finish Fire Emblem. He was going to fucking kill me if I didn't. But there was no way I could buy another Switch 1. That just wasn't going to happen. It's Nintendo's main franchise. They should really collab to get the best results while feeling like Pokemon. Yeah, I agree. I just think they need to take it back to basic, and having 1,000 Pokemon that are just most of them stupid, it just doesn't work. You know, and especially when they're all just like, now we've even got like stupid things with like matching types and everything like that. Like, oh, this is Fire Rock Steel Pokemon or Fairy Rock Steel Pokemon. Like, what? Oh, you're good, Deb. It's actually not going to be much longer. Once I finish this mission, I'm going to end it. I didn't know this was going to be a fucking silly fetch quest, or I would have actually not done this one. I mean, I guess... No, I didn't know before, because I just had to go talk to the tea guy. That was... I take it back. I had no idea. Well, hopefully get that migraine feeling better, though. Those are the worst. When I get migraines, it feels like it's a stroke. I literally start seeing, like, flashing lights. You know, like imagine, like, your nerve endings in your eyes become, like, visible, but they look like electricity, kind of, like, flickering really fast. Like, that's what a migraine gets for me, where I'll, like, see this in, like, the corner of my eye or something. And then, like, all of a sudden, like, my hands and face will be getting numb and shit. Oh, thanks for stopping in, Max. It was awesome. Hopefully I can stop by and see yours later if you stream, man. Take care. But yeah, migraines are the absolute worst. Like my hand and face will go numb. My tongue's actually
Let me
gone
know if
numb.
you require anything.
So yeah, hopefully your migraines aren't that bad. All right, so there's one more person to buy tea from, or ration. What am I even
You
doing?
will return. I know it.
Ah, another TiVo.
Yeah, that's the worst. I'm lucky enough that I only get them really randomly. They can be found along your journey. What? So now you're telling me I've just got to We're not doing that, guys. I'm not gonna stream randomly running around looking for a T-Bowl. Alright. That's gonna be it for today, I guess. It's been an hour. Thanks, Max and Deb, for checking in and chatting. Let me make sure I didn't miss... Did I miss anybody? I hope I didn't miss anybody. Sorry, PS5 chat sucks. Yeah, it doesn't look like I missed anyone. Anywho, thanks for being here. And we'll see you on the next one. See ya.